Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hope you're all having a great day so far. This is your friendly neighborhood medic coming at you, of course, with my both of my co-hosts, RJ and Blinded Braille.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Yeah, I hope everyone's. How are y'all doing today?
Doing good, doing good. Obviously, we are in the midst of recording a very special update video for y'all, regarding the channel and scheduling, and talking a little bit about some content we have planned for the future. So that's what we're all here, kind of just to hang out and do. So
Absolutely, and I'm gonna change up the background music for this one because it's a little bit more serious.
yes,
Um,
serious, yeah.
but in seriousness, so we were. I first want to take this time, and I feel like I speak for both RJ and Brill as well. Thank you for the support that you have shown us. We all have talked about it, like we did not expect this channel to blow up as fast as it did in the short span that it has. We started this channel like what, RJ, like a couple of months ago now, or
Yeah,
a month
about a
ago
month
now,
ago. Yeah,
a
about
month
a month
ago,
ago, half an ago. Yeah.
and we're already at like 50, almost 50 subscribers. Like that's insane to me. Like that's a fast uptick.
Especially for a brand new channel starting from scratch, yeah.
Absolutely. And I just want to thank you so much for the support. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And that's why like this is not like a too much of a sad video. This is just like a update as to where we all are in our like actual lives. So we are still committed to doing this channel. We're not going anywhere. We're not taking a break or any of that type of stuff. It's
It's
just
more so
that
just letting you know that in case there's a content slowdown at all, it's just one of those things because we all have work schedules and school schedules in the case of Meta that we need to uphold. So it's just that I mean, this channel right now, I can speak for myself. That This channel, or maybe I'm speaking for all of us, but this channel is my priority moving forward on YouTube. I'm not really doing any content right now on my other channel, my main channel, just for the time being. I'm going to try and change that. It's just, I want this channel to be the focus of where my time and attention is going to, because this is something I'm very passionate about and want to make sure that I'm doing the best I can with it, right? Um, that being said, I am, going to be working. Thankfully, I get to choose my own schedule as a substitute teacher, so that does help. Um, but I'm still going to be working, right? And, I need to put money on the table. I got to pay bills and stuff. I got to pay some stuff. And,
you got to pay for those
you know,
games.
gotta pay for games too, right? Games to cover for the show. So work is going to be important, but we're trying to make sure that we schedule things around. I think right now we've kind of talked about how I think what was it Tuesdays or what days of the week that we talked about that
Tuesdays we record on Tuesdays. So
yeah, Tuesdays have kind of been our recording days lately.
yeah, because that's the time when we all are able to be off to an extent and meet up.
Right. And then again, we try and, have the weekend ready too, just in case. And, we try our best. I mean, I think obviously something that, we'd like to get better at is making sure that we're covering the news when it drops. I mean, we try our best too when we can. We enjoy doing the shows the way that we are with the pre-recorded and kind of having letting news stack up and build up to talk about too. Um, we have been talking a lot about just ideas for channel growth and just trying to produce a variety of content. I know, and we talked about this before, but in the case of a lot of our audience does come and they're used to live streams, so we are trying to do more live content. We just did a live stream covering Nintendo Fanboy, for example, and we love doing the reaction streams to events.
Yeah.
There is a rumored Nintendo Direct happening sometime in September and a State of Play, as well as Tokyo Game Show. So those will all be things that we're going to be covering for the channel, and those will be live streamed content. Now, the tricky thing is with Nintendo Direct and State of Play, they get announced randomly, so we can't really predict or plan when that's going to happen, and you just hope and pray it fits the schedule.
Like I would laugh so hard if tomorrow, because I do believe I'll be dropping this just right like either tomorrow or Thursday. But it just gets announced on one of those days. It's like, well, shit. Like,
Yeah, it just happens, right? I mean, but that's the good thing with my schedule, at least that sometimes that's like for example with the Mario Wonder Direct reaction I did, I kind of took the lead on that, Meta joined a little bit in, and Blinded couldn't make it. But that's the good thing about having three hosts here is that when one of us can't do something, we have the others to rely on.
Exactly.
So,
And
that's all I had to say. I just want to let people know, at least in regards to me, at least, my work schedule is going to be very sporadic, so things might be a little hectic. That's kind of the stuff I really want to stress that we're going to try and be as consistent with the schedule as possible, but please understand that work and just life in general. I mean, I just recently got sick with COVID, so that also put a hamper on things and set us back a couple weeks in terms of content planning. But now we're getting back on track again, which is good. So
just to be derailed by scheduling.
Yeah, I know, but at least with the scheduling, we're trying to figure it out so we can try and be as consistent as we can be.
That's true, but it is also coming up on the holidays, and we're in that. We're next month will officially start the holiday season, and that is a blitzkrieg of games and just life being chaotic. Because those last few months of the year are always chaotic. And quite personally, I am ready to put this year behind me. This year personally has. There has been a lot of good things that happened like this, but for those that know and follow me on X, what happened to me at the beginning of this year, and I have not fully been able to recover. I want to openly just say that I am, of course, I'm still me, but I'm not the same person I was, and I don't think I will be. So I'm like that's another thing personally I'm having to deal with while juggling all this other shit. So I'm in my second semester of school. And this semester is more demanding than the first one, mostly because at the time, for these first 3 semesters, I'm taking one class at a time just to make sure that I get my GPA up and everything, so that when I go next fall, I will be I'll have a good enough GPA and everything to where financial aid will be able to help me cover some of the finances of school. But yeah, so I'm having to deal with that, and then I'm having to juggle my work schedule, which these next few, this past week, this and next week, actually for the majority of September so far, unless they do agree to change my schedule, I work every day except Tuesday and Thursdays, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays I go to school. Mm-hmm. That's my schedule, and I hate it. It's very demanding. It's very there's no time to breathe, really. And now I'm going to have to balance doing my assignments, which I get 2 of at a time for this class. Two assignments at a time that are both due on Sunday. So I have to I'm having to manage my time more effectively now. So I'm not able to spend it thinking of ideas for what we can do and that type of stuff. And so I am working to get my schedule a bit less busy. I asked for Sundays off because Sundays are the day that where I work closes early, and honestly they don't give me but 4 hours on Sundays anyway, and my assignments are due on Sunday, so I'm trying to ask for Sundays off so that I can have a little bit of breathing room. But
yeah, no, I get you. Like I said, it's just that we all have lives and trying to do this full time like we do, or at least try and be consistent with that. It can be difficult, especially because we want to put a lot of effort into it and make some plans. But Blinded, I just wanted to get to you because I've been kind of just listening in. But is there anything you just want to talk about when it comes to your schedule and just how things are right now? Anything you want to say about the channel at all? He's a ghost.
He's a ghost. He's going ghost. He's Danny Phantom.
He's going ghost.
He's going ghost. He's Danny Phantom.
He's just being very attentive.
Anyway, but I'll just quickly add on, because I was going to tell you all this privately, but I don't mind sharing this publicly. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
This semester and next semester, I intend to take my classes, but this next summer 2024, I intend to take a break, to take a breather, because once I start fall of 24, I'm going to be taking probably two classes at a time. So my work schedule is going to be lessened, and the summer is really going to be a focus of me grinding, grinding for cash and all that stuff, so that when I go into the fall, I will financially be ready to be mostly a college student, instead of going back and forth between working and school. It's going to be mostly school. So that's it's going to be interesting. But anyway, that's
by the way,
that's
I think Blinded fixed his mic, so now you can say. I was just
Can you hear
Yes,
me
we
now?
can hear you. Always something when we
Okay,
record. I don't know
yes.
what it is, but sometimes something happens. It's just
My headset switched.
okay.
I don't know
Did
why.
it 1-2 switch?
Oh,
1-2 switch.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it did 1-2 switch.
But no, I just
Yeah,
want to
yeah, I
ask
have
you
school
about
and
like your
stuff,
schedule
so
and just about the channel and everything.
Yeah, if you have
Right,
any
right.
comments about like your schedule and stuff, yeah, with the channel.
Yeah, my schedule is quite busy. I mean, I do have one day off, which is Tuesday. I'm still trying to work on a part-time job, so there's gonna be that too. But yeah, we're as you RJ and Meadow were saying, we're still dedicated to the channel. It's just that we're getting busier, so we got to find ways of making sure the content comes out, but you know, we also
We
can,
could still have lives and not kill ourselves, you know, trying to.
yes, yes, and also playing the games too, right? Because that's what this channel's about.
Yeah,
So.
we have to actually find like we can't just talk
What's-
about games. Actually, to
what's
kind of
playing
actually play
games?
games.
What's playing games? I
Yes.
don't know that. All I know is again, sleep, work, school, sleep. That's all I know.
Yeah.
That's all I know, man. I don't know what playing games is anymore.
But that will be the good thing, I think. Again, I just want to really, because we're going to talk now, I think, real quick before we wrap up this video about stuff we have concrete plans for. Again, just to reiterate,
Stuff we want to do. I don't know if we have like actual. We don't have dates. We just know like this is stuff we want to do.
Yeah, just
Yes.
ideas. But I just want to clarify before we get into the stuff that we want to do and maybe are planning to do in the future. In terms of live stream content, we will be covering the Nintendo Direct and State of Play if they happen. I believe
To the best of our ability.
To the best of our ability, just depending on when they get announced. Worst case scenario, it may just be me flying solo because these.
Or
two
we
guys,
have to do a recap.
Or a recap, just depending on what happens. Tokyo Game Show, I think we're gonna try and cover at least.
I don't think that there's
or we can do a recap at least.
That's gonna be an episode of the actual like podcast.
Okay.
Because I don't think they're doing a live show. We'll just be reacting, and that honestly, that's what I'm saying. Like, if we missed the Direct and State of Play, that's just more stuff to talk about in that episode because they're doing that because Tokyo Game Show is next week.
Yeah, and that's going to be a pretty big event. So
yeah,
it always typically is. In terms of video content, we're still making plans about some video content. We're still having discussion about that, about what we want to do. But then Meta, you can get into what you want to talk about. I just wanted to let them know that there is going to be some live stream content coming in the next couple weeks if there are events confirmed. So.
Absolutely, events can, and not just the events. Coming up with ideas has been fun for what we should do for live stream content because I don't just want to do the same stuff that a lot of our peers do, but just for games. Like I don't want to do that. I want it to be unique and fun for the audience and us. So one of the things that I thought would be fun is, and I will absolutely give shout outs and props to the YouTube channel when we do these, but we go in the way back machine and we go back to a simpler time when the only real threat to saying games are bad was Jack Thompson on Fox News. I missed those days. But what I'm talking about is, folks, is that we're going to go back and rewatch E3 press conferences from the past years, from yesteryear. So, like, I know that all of 2010 E3 is uploaded to YouTube on this person's channel, and I'm going to give them props and shout out to them having it on their channel. But anyway, there's also 2006 PlayStation when they announced the PS3. There's also one from 2009 for Xbox. So it's like there's different.
Yeah, kind of like just seeing like old E3s, how E3 used to be, and kind of seeing like what games were announced and how the games looked back then, kind of like comparing it to when they actually released and just having fun in that way, and
also just like honestly making fun of like the cringe that was back
because there was a lot of E3 cringe back in the day.
There was a lot of cringe, and we're like, and I feel like I speak for all of us when I say this. We were just like, we're at the games. I just want to see the games.
Right.
So yeah, like that'll be fun. So we're gonna, for 2010, I do kind of want to go in the order of how they would have been when they were announced. So Nintendo always went on last. Always went on last during E3 time, which also means we get to react to an Ubisoft E3 event.
Oh God, yeah.
It's gonna be one of the good ones though, so don't worry. But yeah, that's something we've thought about. And of course, I hope they do post more of those, because God, there are some years that are better than others when it comes to
Especially
the
like the
announcements.
legendary, like some of the legendarily bad Nintendo Wii E3s, or like the Konami
Oh yeah,
E3 press conference, that really bad Konami one.
yes. But I mean, we're also planning, as far as videos go, we do still want to cover more gaming media, not just the games themselves, which that's something I think we have discussed a bit, is if we should do like actual reviews of games on this channel. But as far as like gaming media, like movies and TV shows and stuff, because they are gaming related, they're based off
Oh
the
yeah,
games
we're
that
still going to be planning that. I think one of the things you were talking about is that we want to do a review of Castlevania on Netflix.
Yes,
next month.
I desperately want to try my hardest
To do like the 3 seasons and then Nocturne.
Yeah, so like Nocturne like premieres in 2 weeks. But we're not gonna be able to, of course, we're not, especially with our schedules now, we're not gonna be able to do that. So for Halloween, I thought it would be cool if we're somehow able to like we could start watching now. And like, I'm just giving this as an example of what we could do, not what we're going to do. We could start watching now, and by like October 6th, drop a season 1 recap.
Oh
we're not going to review the whole series, and then, because that's a lot to talk about. That's like a 5 or 6 hour podcast. And that's insane. So breaking it up into like season 1, season 2, season 3, there's like 6 seasons, I think, or something like that.
No, it's like 2 or 3. It's like 3.
No, I think there's 4. I think there's 4 or 5.
Anyway, I'd have to check, but I don't think it was that much. I think it was like 3 or 4 seasons.
Yeah. Anyway, that's something we want to try to do in the future, and then of course go in to talk about Nocturne afterward. And we also do have other ideas in mind. I won't give specifics yet, but we are talking about doing a giveaway of some kind in the future, so look forward to that.
Yes, and we are going to have to wrap up this video because some breaking news has just hit about an upcoming video game.
Okay, well, we're going to talk about that,
yeah,
off screen. But
yes,
yeah, folks, that's just an update on what's going on with us. Again, we do thank you for your support and your continued support. It means absolute world to me.
Oh, it does. Yeah, I want to clarify. Like, we love you guys very much, and we appreciate all the support that we've gotten.
I feel the love. I do feel the love, man. I feel it tonight.
I feel it tonight.
I feel the love tonight. All right, I'm done being corny. I'm done. But yeah, we will. But yeah, look forward to what content we do come out with, and more than likely we'll hopefully see all of you, talking about the Nintendo Direct. But until then, everyone, again, thank you all for listening into this brief update. And we'll see y'all next time. Peace out, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Peace.